this is Dean. Came here just for you now that you're not here. So hope you do well. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. And God bless you. And we all love you here. So you have a good night and take care.
Glen Weinzimer, who many of you know and love as we do and are here to honor and respect. He, in 1993, was diagnosed with full-blown AIDS. He only had 9 T cells, and if you guys know about T cells, the average person has 500 to 1,000. He was told by his doctors that he only had 11 days to live. And in 1993, there were no medications, there were no pills or anything to help people survive. But miraculously, Glen Weinzimer, with his humanity and spirit, not only did he survive, but he then dedicated his entire life to helping other people living with HIV and AIDS. And so, we're just glad that by the year 2003, Glen started the first bike ride. And you guys don't know this, but it was called Bike It and Bear It. The very first year they actually had 95 riders, and they raised $169,000 their first year. Well, they changed the name the next year, and by 2006, they had 300 riders, and they had raised $500,000. Now you have to remember that every single dime went back to the community. Glen Weinzimer did all of this as a volunteer out of the love and the kindness of his heart because he knew that he was going to help people directly. In 2013, on the 10-year anniversary, they raised $1.1 million. And yes, come on. Let's make some noise, people. So, not only did they raise all that money, but they gave it to a lot of the local organizations that we know and love, the Children's Diagnostic Center, and just an endless variety of organizations. The Broward House has also received hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Smart Ride. And tonight we have the lovely Stacy Hyde, who's the executive director of the Broward House. I just want first to have Stacy say it.
So first it was humbling to be asked that, to accept something on Glen's behalf. You are all here, I am certain, because you know the importance and the impact of HIV and AIDS in our community still. I have actually been a rider on the Smart Ride for 10 years. Last year was my 10th year riding the ride. And I remember the first year, I didn't know Glen my first year. I was running our case management department at Broward House, and I thought, I'm going to do this. And my first year, one of our clients wrote on my shorts, Warriors for Survivors. And I remembered every pedal that I made. And I didn't make it to the end. I got picked up the last 10 miles. But I tried. And they had to drag me into the car. But I remembered every time I pedaled, I saw that on my leg. And it has stuck with me. All of these years, that's what we are standing in this room. And we talk about stigma. You showing up, every time you show up, it fights stigma. I had a client once say to me, we were at an event, and he said to me when I was driving him home in the van, because CEOs do a lot of things at Broward House. So we were driving him home in the van, and he said to me, I can't believe there's that many people out there that don't know me that care about me. You showing up makes a difference. And I think Glen not being here tonight to accept this award is perfect. And that might sound strange, because what Glen's legacy is to inspire us all to do something. He does amazing things by himself, and he gets up in the morning and he uses his energy to change lives. But what he really wants is for everyone in this room to change lives. He wants everyone who shows up to the Smart Ride to change lives. He wants everyone who crews, everyone who pledges to change lives. So him not being here is him telling us, we need to do this. He can't do it alone. It takes every single one of us to change a life. And it's really easy for us to talk to people about HIV/AIDS who stand beside us. It's easy for you to turn and talk to the person standing beside you in this room about HIV and AIDS. My challenge to you on Glen's behalf, and what we can do really to honor Glen, is leave this room tonight and talk about HIV and AIDS to someone you wouldn't talk to about. Someone you're uncomfortable talking about it. That's how we will honor Glen.
We also have a dear friend, he's a longtime rider and supporter of the Smart Ride, Keith Willard, who is here also. And Keith's going to say a few words.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Awesome.
Hi.
So obviously the quote that comes to mind when you think about the Smart Ride is never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Agreed? Agreed. So, obviously, with Glen being sick, he needed two of us to represent him. And obviously Glen wouldn't miss an opportunity to speak in front of a crowd. So please understand that he is very sick, but not deathly sick. He's sick, but he did give me a text message actually earlier, and he wanted me to share that with you. And it says, basically he wanted to say, thank you everybody for being here to support him and the museum. And thank you for your continued support of the Smart Ride. And also to, mention the fact that the one thing that he believes in is to be of service. It's what his heart and soul is all about. He takes the normal of his life, which is living with HIV and AIDS, and makes it normal for the rest of us to talk about. And sometimes he does that through humor, and sometimes he does that through fundraising, but he always does it with his heart. And I think that is the main thing for all of us, to be of service and to act from the heart. So thank you from Glen, and thank you from all of us.